welcome back everybody. It is another day in our July Junk Journal Challenge 2025 run by Leigh at Leigh's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. And today, gosh, we are at the end of our third week, and today's prompt is faded photograph. Now, I just had to kind of pull out a family photo here, and I have to be honest, since it doesn't look overly faded, but we'll work on that. But this is a photograph of my father and his family. So this is my father here, and these are his siblings and his mum. Now, my dad would have been about 3 when this was taken. So this would have been around 1935, somewhere around there. So this is the photograph I'm going to be working on today, and I'm going to do some work on it so that it doesn't look quite as good as it does, really. I mean, it is a little bit faded. You can't, it's not as good quality as photographs would be today, but it's pretty good for the time it was taken. So that's the photograph I'm going to be working with, and I was kind of thinking, I need to do something interesting with this. And yesterday, when I was looking for a map to use for yesterday's prompt, I dug out, this is an old map book of London. Very famous, the London A to Z, and it's a street map of all the streets in London. I don't know whether they still produce these, because I don't live there anymore, and also because with the advent of Google Maps and things, I don't know whether they would be in demand. But anyway, this is printed in 1990, and when I looked at it I thought, oh, that's not that old. But actually it is. So anyway, my dad grew up in London, and this is the area of London where he lived as a child, and where his family lived for years and years. So I'm thinking that I'm going to take this page of the map out and do something with that and my photograph today. I have a kind of a vague plan in my mind. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to come together, but also in my journal I have this page, which I think it's sort of some handmade paper. It's textured paper, and it's got this lovely bright yellow colour, and I thought, oh, that bright yellow picks up the yellow which is on the map. So I'm thinking that I might combine those 3 things. They make a lovely contrast with the black and white of the photo. So we'll see what we come up with. So, you know what? I'm going to say sit back, relax, enjoy. decide whether to put anything else on here, you know, a little quote or something, but actually I've decided just to leave it like that today because I don't want to obscure this map at all, because the area that it covers is very meaningful, particularly in terms of the faded photograph that we have here. So today, quite simple, we've turned a map into a pocket, and we have a faded photograph here on a journal card with a little tag made from the offcut of the map. And on the back I did find this, just a little definition of dad or daddy, and again that's relevant because this is my father in the photograph. So there we go, simple but hopefully effective today. I will be back again on Monday, and our prompt on Monday is written in the margins. So I need to spend some time over the weekend thinking about that one, and I'm dying to see what other people do with that one too. Now, I haven't added my little tag today for this one yet, so I will do that before I clear up this evening. Thank you for watching, and ka kite anō.